I'm Dean. I'm the dad.
I'm Laura. I'm the mom.
And I'm Crystal, and I'm the daughter.
And together we are
Family Plot.
That's pretty good. Happy Podiversary, everybody.
Happy Podiversary! Woo!
It is our 52nd episode. That is 1 year worth of episodes. So, we've got a backlog now.
Wow.
Yay.
And people can listen to that. That's our big housekeeping is Happy Podiversary. This is our 1 year show. So, in the end, I decided to go with urban legends, partly because of that and partly because I had what was effectively jury duty on Monday. So, yay, that was fun. The point is that, so in this episode, we're going to be celebrating our 1 year as best we can and talking about urban legends because, well, I have some favorites. Laura has a favorite. I don't know if Krista has a favorite, but I picked some that I think she'll like. And so, before we get... And urban legends, there's a movie by that name, but it's also inspired by the actual urban legends. There's multiple documentaries about them. My favorites being Killer Legends and Cropsy. Both of those are by the same company. And then there was a TV show for a while about urban legends and whether they were true or false or whatever. So they're also called Fofs or Fof stories. Fof means friend of a friend. And it basically comes from, most of these stories are told as if they're true and usually
passed on to other people.
Yeah, like, oh, well, my friend had a friend who...
Right.
Went through whatever the story is. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, they're also called Fofs, like I said.
Or like, when I was your age, my mother told me this story.
Yeah, although usually when I was your age is followed by, I had to walk uphill in the snow both ways, and you should appreciate what you have, kind of.
I fought 2 tigers. Something like that.
Yeah. Once I had to fight a grizzly bear for a loose leaf notebook. Something along that line. Just saying, if your story begins with, well, my mom or my dad, back when they were my age, that's usually where it goes.
Maybe at your house.
Well, maybe with my mother, but then again, So, that is what we're here to talk about. Some of our favorite urban legends, and there are lots of them. Most people are familiar with quite a few, like the story of the babysitter and the call that's coming from inside the house.
Yep.
Hold on.
And we're not going to cover all of these. Some of them have been covered multiple times very well.
We're here for mostly the ones that are newfound to other people.
Well, we're
not known as well.
We're here for just some of the ones that, like I said, I like, your mom kind of likes, and I picked some that I think you will like. So, now, before we get too far into this, Laura has a local urban legend, which I didn't know there were local urban legends. So,
of course there are local urban legends. How do you think that we've had so many shows based on local history? Obviously, we have to have local urban legends too, right?
Not necessarily. History and urban legends don't necessarily mix. So, a local urban legend, from what I know, is rare. I've never heard one specific to an area before. unless you're talking like Goatman Bridge or something like that. But I don't think of those as urban legends. I think of those as haunted places. And you can dispute whether it's haunted or not, but to my mind, it's not an urban legend. It's just a haunted place.
Well, I don't know if this is going to fall under your classification of urban legend or not. But when I was younger, a little bit older than our Crystalline, I lived in Independence over in an area that was on the outside edge of Independence, kind of towards the more rural areas of Sibley and Buckner. And one of the roads that goes through is called Bunshoe. When I was growing up, there was an older gentleman who walked up and down Bunshoe Road and collected bottles. And he always just kind of made me uncomfortable. Just strange to see an older gentleman just walk. And you saw him every day for years walking back and forth. I'm sure he had a very good reason. But when I was a teenager, one of my very best friends and I would go back and forth up that road because she lived in Buckner and I lived in Independence. And like teenage girls do, we would go back and forth. Well, one night when we were going one way or the other, I can't remember which, she told me that the older gentleman who we referred to as Bunshoe Man had kind of a shady history and owned a house somewhere along the road and lived up here near where we live now, and would walk every day all the way out to his house in the middle of this little country road, picking up bottles for whatever reason, and walk back. And she always thought that there was just something a little odd. So one night we were driving and it was dark and she was going down this road and we had some other people in the car with us, and somebody said that Bunshoe Man was actually hiding bodies at his house. And as we came over a hill, I thought that I saw him standing in the middle of the road. And I just about jumped in the person who was sitting next to me's lap. And it turned out that it was just a big tree limb. But I thought that it was Bunshoe Man coming to get us.
That has the flavor of urban legend. Yeah, okay. And that should be something I do talk about, is the ones I made sure to look up and to do research on are ones that fit my definition of what an urban legend is, because apparently, according to some people, urban legends have changed. So like things like the Goat Man or Dog Man or Bigfoot are listed as urban legends, and I don't think of those as urban legends. They're cryptids, they're reported cryptids, they're hauntings. These things aren't...
Those aren't... I wouldn't count those as urban legends. I'd count those as something that you may have seen or may not have seen. You can't totally...
But an urban legend is usually, it's put together for a reason. And it may not be a good reason, but there's a reason behind it. And we'll talk about that too. But before we go digging into some of these urban legends, it's time we get to our Krista's weird facts. But because this is our Podiversary, she's not just going to do weird facts. She's going to do the Podiversary Trivia Edition. So, without further ado or don't.
I say we do.
Okay. Krista, take it away.
All right, welcome to Krista's Trivia. There are a couple things here. This is how it works.
There better be more than a couple.
Huh?
You delayed recording for like an hour to finish these, so there better be more than a couple. That's all I'm saying.
Can you not, please?
Yeah, I'm calling her out, y'all. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, my Krista.
Why do you have to snatch her weave like that?
If she had one.
Huh? I don't have a wig. So, alright, so I did 5 different episodes. 2 questions per episode in the past. So...
She's recapping our shows, honey.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of impressive.
Whoever answers correctly gets the point. No winners, just have fun. Alright, we ready?
Okay, but see, this is where I take... Okay, go ahead. I'm not going to go there. We both know how your dad is about competition, so...
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Hush. Episode 51, Limp Mansion. Question.
Oh, look at that. She's even telling us which episodes. Okay, go ahead.
Where did Limp first sell his beer?
His grocery store. In St. Louis, so we're both right.
Yeah.
6th and Delmar, I think, is the address.
I was going to say in a pub attached to a brewery, but yeah.
Well, that's where he second sold it. He first sold it.
Sold it in his grocery store.
But yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that. Question number 2. What was William Jr.'s wife known as?
The
Lavender Lady.
Pinch
Right
Coke, you owe me a
again.
Coke. Wait, you got me one. We're good.
You have 2. I think you're fine.
We're good.
Yeah, okay, you got it right. These are going to be pretty easy, I would imagine.
Oh no, that was last week. You get further back and my brain's not going to work so well.
Okay, let's see how well we do. Alright, episode 50, Skinwalker Walker Ranch.
I think further back her brain doesn't work so well either. Go ahead.
This is episode 50.
Right.
Skinwalker Ranch, yes.
Then why were you telling me my brain doesn't work?
Because we're only on episode 52. Go!
Okay. How many cows did they lose in 1996? This is just a specific time. I will give you a hint. It is within the tens.
7.
That
4?
7. Mom was correct.
Okay.
Was that just a guess?
Yeah, I just did. Yeah.
The number 7 was in my head. Something about they had 7 cows mutilated.
4 vanished. 3. Yeah.
Well, so altogether it was 7. So you were half right.
Yeah. I had to take a second look at that too. Question number 2 for Skinwalker Ranch. How many people did Ray Kelsey say saw the UFO?
2.
2?
Now, wait, what was the question?
How many people did Ray Kelsey say saw the UFO? UFO. Blech. 2.
I want to say like dozens. But I don't... Yeah.